Hey guys, welcome back to Sim Companions. Today's video, we're going to be looking at a couple heroes, want to do some summons, but overall questions have come up on Companion server, and this is specifically for the Companion server. Sheltier is a really strong hero, definitely top tier when it comes to Companions, as well as Ainz. Ainz is doing really well in the Companion side. Now, on the Classic version, Ainz, of course, really no utility at all, not seeing any gameplay. Albedo's kind of either or. They are running her on here only as Mythic with the signature item, but again, in Companions, it does require a bigger build on the signature item, which is incredibly difficult to do with this specific game mode. Now, coming over to Companions, I want to do some of our Dimensional Spirits. I want to try to do some of those summons. We also do have the Twins that are up. The Twins, utility-wise, super high. We know in the Classic version, this one, it seems like, again, getting one copy, just like Mortis, getting one copy of the Twins does seem to make a big difference. So I also want to do some summons for the Twins. Now, we've been making quite a bit of progression on here. Again, when it comes to some things like the Emblem Choice Chest and a couple other, it is incredibly difficult. And I've also gotten to the point where I do not have any experience. So we got enough essence to go ahead and level up Shamira. We got enough essence to level up Leica. We almost have, and getting towards enough essence to get a fifth hero built up with essence. But unfortunately, as you can see, at looking at level 303, 302, even two heroes all to 320, we don't have any experience at all to build these heroes up. So it's kind of sad. Now, there's also the event just ended, which was the guild event. This is why we talk about being active in a guild in both versions of AFK Arena. This makes a big difference with the Spider Contest. Look at this, 156,000 diamonds to share with 420 chests. So in here, it gives you the option of getting training resources. So building your existing heroes or summoning to go ahead and summon more heroes. I'm gonna go for the training resources at this point. It's gonna pop open. So we do get quite a bit of essence in there, as well as some other things. So pretty cool to see this game mode. Now the hunting or guild hunt as well. This is what I feel like they really need to do over and moving this over to the Classic version. I like how the battles are in here. It's really cool. I went through, I did a lot of the dailies. We did a lot of the regular stuff within here. And then, of course, we want to hop in. I want to do some summons, and I want to see if we can get some more of those copies. Now, Dolly also talks about who is coming next. And you'll notice in here, right here, the best people to unlock Secrets of the Sky are the Wilder Mages who live closest to the constellation. We know that is Tricia, which we've been talking about her lately quite a bit, but that is Tricia. That is literally from like the 2021, 2022 release when Tricia joined the Wilders. So we know she is going to be available, which means Destiny summons, these are not even worth doing, really wasting your resources in here for the summons itself, just for the simple fact that you can get the heroes over time. Dimensional Spirits, we have 24 more days, and I really feel like we have to do the summons in here because my fear is once this leaves, the only place you're going to be able to get them is a Stargazer, which means you're going to be pretty limited in the summons that you can do in there. Now, wishlist, of course, we've been changing up the wishlist. Haven't got any transcended heroes yet, which that requires 8 copies of a hero. But I've been kind of waiting, trying to get more heroes and actual hero copies that I use in different game modes versus moving and building these heroes up to the transcended level, because it is very expensive, very costly to get 8 additional copies of the heroes themselves. Again, it's a big price tag to build up these heroes. And that is also something that they've been talking about. And rumor is, there we got Titus and we got Respin, that they could be moving like a transcendent feature back to the Classic version, which would allow you essentially to get higher leveled heroes overall, which again, I don't see the feasibility of that working at all, just for the simple fact that we've been recycling so many heroes for years. I don't know what that would look like or how they would do it. But again, that was one of the rumors we've seen over on Reddit and Discord, was they were possibly looking at doing the Transcendent feature in other game modes, which again, I don't see the feasibility. Might be a little bit hard. Now, we're also building out Gwen. We're also building out Warwick. Now, both of them are in the wish list as it sits today. Two very important heroes. Gwen, of course, when it comes to Light Bearers, super strong with damage. The Light Bear Tower absolutely dominating. Also looking with the Dimensional Spirits, Ainz is in a couple formations. That's why I said again, we want to go in here, we want to do the summons, and we're looking for 1 copy of the Twins. That's all that I'm looking for. Hopefully we can get it pretty early. We have quite a few cards here. Come on, where's this copy? And there we go. So we did get a copy of the Twins again, and we were just looking for that 1 single copy. That way we could actually build them up a little bit further, got some more red chests. And then, of course, we're going back to Taline. We have been looking and really trying to build out these heroes for a considerable amount of time. And it just seems like it is a very, very slow build. Almost reminds me of like AFK Journey with, the only way that we can do this, we can't use our diamonds, so we just have to use these Stargazer Scrolls. The only income we're getting for Stargazer Scrolls is just through the regular events and everything else we do. But overall, definitely need some more copies. Glad we got a copy of the twins. Let's look at the Destiny Spirits in here. Let's finish these out. Fingers crossed we get a few of these. Again, trying to build up Ainz a little bit further. It would make a big difference if we can get at least 2 or 3 out of the summons themselves. Also going to use the diamonds in here, or some of the diamonds in here, because I don't want to go through and burn through all of them. And unfortunately, no luck at all with the summons themselves. There we go. So we got 1 out of there. Let's use a couple more. Now, of course, diamonds in this game, a lot of different uses than what we see in AFK Arena. The reason being, when it comes to building out a lot of the other parts or the other essentially heroes within here, building up the heroes within the shop itself, this is where you have to spend diamonds. I have to save diamonds for our red chests. I have to save them for all of our primordial and our amplifying emblems. There is no other way to get them, which is very tough because it's very limited resources within this game itself. Even looking at the gear itself, most players are not buying any of the gear. They're getting the tier stone. Now, mythic gear does drop at chapter 31 once you do get here, but I'm waiting to see exactly what comes out. Again, we need red chests. We need to build these out. And ultimately, it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game for everything that we have going on within the game itself. Just trying to build up these heroes little by little by little. And it almost seems like being a very basic version of AFK Arena, that it's just taken an incredible amount of time to get through any of the content. Players are kind of stuck. Players are kind of wondering exactly what we need to be doing or what we should be doing within here itself. So let's build up Ainz a little bit. Looks like we're going to add also some stars on some different heroes. Now, the question also that I've had for quite a bit is who's coming next? That is not another one of what Awakened hero is going to be coming next. Who are we looking to build and how are we looking to build them out? That again is a really big question mark at this point. Unfortunately, we don't know who's going to be coming next, but we know they continue to add divine effects. We know Trishia is going to be coming, which could be a really big game-changing hero because Trishia overall was a hero within AFK Arena that did incredibly well. Now we're still building out Oku here, even though we don't have any more copies. Just going to have to wait for some more food. And Graveborn, the exact same. I believe we have 1, 2, 3 already, 4, 5. We have 5 heroes already, so we're going to have to figure out probably Desira. I'm thinking because I believe we built out Hodgkin, which we did. So I would probably build out Desira next. I mean, we have Thorn, we have Nara, but just sitting on so many copies of Desira, this is a hero that we're going to go ahead, we're going to build out next, just because literally we're sitting on already just about 3 or 4 stars within there, so very cool. And again, we do got our 1 copy of the twins, trying to get those copies to get Mythic Taline. And then, of course, these we are using for Ainz. Now, looking here, Matt are already ascended or already at max ascension level. The Transcendent heroes, I don't know at what point they come out. I'm sure a couple of you guys can answer it. But there we go. So we have him all the way up to Mythic. That, of course, unlocks the signature item. Need a couple more of these to continue building it. Now, Albedo, like I said, we're keeping Albedo right here at Mythic. Ainz is going to go higher than, of course, Sheltier. We already do have maxed in the entirety, but we can start unlocking the signature items. And again, 154. This is why I said it takes so long to get these heroes built up. It's kind of incredible. I've been saving a little bit, but even then, you only get to level 8 right there. Then I was working on Leica, which again, we don't have enough to build out Leica. Also looking at the Awakened version of Solus, not enough chests to build out the Awakened version of Solus. So even after pretty much a week of collecting resources, not a ton that we can really do as far as getting everything together and really making some progression. Boom, we got a chest for D2. Congratulations, D2. And I know we do have the Alliance contest that's coming up. I think D2, there's Accelerator. I want to see if D2 can join me again. We got 6th place, and then last time we got 5th place. So I don't know if D2 might have not been online yet. And it's weird how they kind of, there we go. 18 hours. So yeah, not even online yet. But there we go. I'm going to go ahead and team up with D2 again. We've done it for a couple times now, and we've done very well within the game mode. Even looking at the adventure, I have to finish out the Frozen Ground, but definitely getting here in the Battle Pass being done for another day. And I don't know if there's any chests or anything that we can open at all. Building up resources, building up loot, it just takes time. As it's a very slow grind. Even there's another 15,000. We need experience, and I need a lot of experience. There's Isabella. There's a copy of Mishka. Another one. And of course, gear, legendary gear. I don't know if at any point this turns to a mythic box, but that would be very cool to see if it ever did go to a mythic box. Just for the simple fact that we have a lot of gear. And as you can see, we just kind of recycle it. There's not a lot of use, not a lot of utility, even getting to the point of building it up much, much higher. Even here, Divine Effect, we do have on so a lot of the heroes in here, again, just kind of looking. Wishfinder's already done. Most of the content's already done, but that is going to do it for today's video. 33-12 already. Forked Fate, we're doing the exact same. We're doing a lot of pushing as well as tower. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.